I'm Sean O'Mara. I'm an instructor at the Art Institute. I've been here for over 24 years teaching, and a lot of the classes that I teach involve typography. And for years, I wanted to have a show that had involved typography and that featured it. And with Camilla being the new gallery coordinator, she came to me and said, "Hey, are there any shows that you'd like to have implemented?" And I said, "I'd love to have a typography show." And the way she's been handling the shows and coordinating them, she really made it easy to do, so I was excited to be able to work with her on a show like this. I think the common consumer understands typography as, on a poster, on a billboard, as the words that they read. As graphic designers, we have to take and understand that the type is not just words that people read, it's also a design element. So in these classes, like experimental typography or contemporary typography, we actually use the type as a graphic design element, the same way you would use a photograph or an illustration. So this show allows you to have the type become an expression and not just words that people read. I think the whole show is amazing and the students have done a fantastic job, but there were a couple pieces that I wanted to highlight from the show. Just because they were done a little bit different and students thought out of the box. This piece right here is a piece done by Paul Scott, and Paul took the initiative to fabricate this, using wood and paint, but he wanted to do a piece that actually had two different messages. So the nice part is when you stand at a certain angle, you have the never surrender. When you go in front of the piece, it's different typography, the type's bouncing up and down, so it actually has a really great design from the front. And then when you go to this side of the piece, it actually has the never give up. And I like the idea also that we're using the contrast, the black and the white contrast, where one side has the whole black, one side has the white. So there's a lot of different hidden messages in this piece, but I thought Paul did an amazing job fabricating this. And he actually fabricated this whole piece within probably 2 weeks, week and a half. That's cutting it, painting it, and coming up with the concept.
Well, the Art Institute of Pittsburgh has always had a gallery. The previous location down on Penn Avenue, the gallery was probably about half this size or a little less than half this size. So when we moved into this building in 2000, it definitely gave us an opportunity to utilize this really nice large space. And there have always been student shows, faculty shows, and alumni shows that have been part of the gallery here in Pittsburgh.
Hi, my name is Megan Dusenberry, and this is one of my pieces. It really inspired me because Andy Warhol was something I never knew about when I was back home. It's really everywhere, and it is kind of what you can get away with. This is one of my other pieces. It is called Filth. It's a hand-done type. I was doing it in Illustrator, and all I did was do each letter by hand.
Hi, my name is Rachel Yost, and this is my art piece, A or E. For the class, we had to do an exercise of hand type, so I drew this A on paper and I scanned it into the computer and then traced it in Illustrator. This is actually just a section of the overall piece I did, but I just thought doing the 4 main boxes that involve in my bigger piece would be cool to just hang up. I just wanted to see what it'd look like to mess around with letters and see if you could come up with other letters within a different letter. But yeah, so that's kind of what inspired this piece.